Welcome to another Tutortrac how-to video with the Seattle University's Learning Assistance Programs. In this video, we're going to look at how to access a Tutoring Needs Assessment, or a TNA, of your tutees. Each of your tutees, as you know, should have a TNA attached to their Tutortrac profile, and it should be something that you access and read over before and take notes on before the first time you meet with them. And we're going to look at how to find that TNA in Tutortrac. First of all, I want to say that you should be using Firefox as your internet browser. Different browsers have different compatibilities with different operating systems. So if, for example, if you're using a PC, the best browser to use is going to be Firefox. If you can also try Chrome on a PC. However, if you're using a Mac, many times Chrome will not bring up the TNA document, or it'll bring it up and it'll be blank. And so that is actually a problem with a PDF transfer between PCs and Macs. So on a Mac, you don't want to be using Chrome. You want to try either Firefox or even Internet Explorer to try to look at the TNA. If it comes up blank, it may be your computer, and you may want to try it from a PC. So now we're going to look at where to find them. So the easiest way to access a TNA, or Tutoring Needs Assessment, is to go to the TrackMan in the track navigation window. So click on the TrackMan up here in the upper left-hand corner, go to your schedule, and find the appointment that you have coming up that you need to find the TNA for. So for example, if right now it's around 12:45 and we have an appointment at 1 o'clock with Olivia. So this is a fake appointment for a course that's not actually being tutored or anything like that. And so we want to click into this appointment to find the TNA. If this was a group appointment, you need to access two different TNAs. Instead of clicking on this time, you would actually click on the little bluish purplish arrow, and you'd actually click on the student's name to get into the area where you'd find the TNA. And this will bring you into the exact same area where we're going to go to by clicking on the time here. So this is the appointments entry window. You will get to this by either clicking on the time for an individual appointment or clicking on the actual student's name for group appointments. And you can see there is a document tab here. This is not where you should look for the TNA. So this document tab you should just ignore. Sometimes it will show up here, but not all the time. As for right now, it says no file. Exactly. So if it's not attached to a specific appointment, these are documents attached to specific appointments. And we want to look at the documents attached to the specific person. So to do that, we actually want to click on the student's name, because the TNA is going to be attached to the person, not this particular appointment. So right now we're going to click on Olivia's name, and that's going to bring us to her Tutortrac record. And we see there's another Documents tab, this second tab. If we click on that, you see a listing for different documents. And so right here I want to mention that many times students will have multiple TNA documents from either having two courses that they are being tutored on in one quarter, or from having been tutored over multiple quarters. So you really want to make sure to look at the title of the document first before you click on it. And you shouldn't just be looking on here to see if they have it and then you're done and you go to your appointment. That's not really enough to do. You need to actually find the correct TNA for the actual class that you're tutoring. So if you weren't tutoring Humanities 3710, you were tutoring a different course, but with this actual quarter, if this was the correct quarter but the wrong course, it still would not count as the TNA for you to tutor her, because you need to know information about what she needs help with in the specific course that you are scheduled to tutor with her on. So for this, I am scheduled to tutor with Olivia on Humanities 3710. So, and you can tell what quarter it is by the last part of the title of the documents. Right now it says Winter Quarter 15. If I was going to be tutoring her in spring of 2015, this would not be the correct TNA, and I would know that she didn't have a TNA on file for spring. If you don't see a TNA on file for a student, it may mean that they haven't completed a TNA yet, and that they are not actually qualified to be receiving tutoring yet. So this is something you want to check in. You can go ahead and go to the appointment. This is something you want to check with them about. If they haven't received a TNA appointment, if they don't have a golden ticket, then they may not have, then they should not be receiving tutoring yet. So we do see that this is the correct TNA in the correct quarter. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. And sometimes you have to actually click on it twice. So it'll bring you to the second window, and you want to just click on the file name again. And there you go. You see this one is blank because this is not a real TNA, and so there was no information added. But yours should not be blank. If it is blank, it may be, again, a browser issue, or it may be that the wrong one was uploaded. It could be a few different things. But you want to check with the front desk staff or the tutor coordinator before you meet with your tutee if all you see and all you can find is a blank TNA. Again, first look using a different browser, and if you're on a Mac, first look using a PC. And then if you still can't see any information on here, then you would come and talk to the tutor coordinator or even the front desk staff at the learning assistance programs. So once we click into this TNA, we can actually read over the information, see what their concern is in the class, what they want to focus on initially, and what kind of things we might be helpful to them to help them with. So there's a lot of really important information on here that we can take notes on or make note of for our first appointment. So that is how you access the tutoring needs assessment or a tutoring needs self-assessment document for a tutee in Tutortrac. If you have any other questions about that, feel free to talk to the tutor coordinator and she can help you out.